everybody, welcome back to Friday Night Live. I'm your host, Taylor,
and I'm Royce, and we are back.
We are back.
Yes.
And we have some very, very special guests in the building with us. So why don't you introduce yourselves? FlyGuy and...
Yo, what's good? I'm FlyGuy. That's my daughter.
Wavy Nay.
Wavy Nay.
Hey.
Wavy Day.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys for stopping by on this Friday night.
Absolutely. So I used to call you a rap duo, but I guess now we're a rap trio.
Right.
The Fam for Life ENT, you,
rap
Chrissy,
trio.
and Baby.
We got me, Pretty Chrissy. Then we got Baby Nova. She's in there thinking about writing. She's holding a mic in the ultrasound. That's so hard. Then we got Wavy Nay. So that's 4 of us.
Okay. Well, sheesh, I got a full house.
Right.
Music powerhouse. So how did this music powerhouse start?
I got tired of working.
Okay.
And I used to rap on a little jack and just rap for no reason and sing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm gonna go home and see if I can really rap. So I downloaded this TIB, I forget what it was called. And I wrote to it. It was called I'm a Mean Dude Walking Around with an Attitude. My mom loved it. It was so corny though. But I don't know, it just started from there. I started showing people a little bit of things that I was doing, and it was like, yo, you can rap a little bit for real.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So, I was broke, so I was putting bad beats off nobody.
Right.
So I learned how to taught myself how to make beats, built my own studio, and went from there.
How was that process? Like making the beats and like producing them and stuff?
I'm just now getting to that upper echelon level.
Okay.
Like my quality was trash, but I always could record myself and stuff. I'm just now getting to the point that my shit sound crazy, my beats are crazy, everything crazy. What you laughing at?
So what does the creative process look like for you? Because I know like some people just go in the studio and they just be like, boom, this is what it is. But then there's some people, that take inspiration from like whether it's like, them being outside and being in nature, or, what I mean? What does the creative process look like for you?
I don't know. I just
from
pretty
producing
much,
to writing, all that.
I make a beat and write to it right then and there, depending on how the beat makes me feel. But I get songs done relatively fast. Like I can produce, write, and record a song within 2 hours, and that's mixing, mastering, and everything.
Wow.
Wow,
So,
that's crazy.
So what's standard time for that? I mean, that's short, right? Because doesn't it take
really
a lot
short.
longer normally?
I can get a song written in like 45 minutes.
Wow.
So it's like, especially like I usually sometimes freestyle the hooks and then I'll write the verses. But I've started this thing annually. Like I'll get bored. Like I make music all the time. So I'll do my album in a week and just, record, I'll produce it all in a week. Everything's done within a week. So it's like, I've been doing that for 2 years now. And that be getting more views than my other things do for real. Like people always want to see what you can do in a week. So it's like, it just helps out a lot.
Right. What's some of the stuff that like drives your creativity to write? Like what's some of the stuff that you like to write about?
I like to write about success and stuff that goes on in my life, whether it's good, bad, women, father, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So
what was the moment that you felt like, okay, yeah, music is something that I want to do. This is, like I really love to do this. What made you like kind of shift and, focus on it more so?
For real, I didn't really take music serious until I lost my job the first time. Got fired from my job, so I was like, Xbox, but I'm still dibbling and dabbling within the music. And then, once I started taking trips out of town, I think once I figured that I can get connects anytime I want to, I was like, oh, I can go out of town anytime I want to. So it started getting serious when everybody else started looking at me like, yo, bro, you're moving for real. I'm like, oh, all right. So, you know what I'm saying? It just became like, it went from doing it just because I could do it to having love for it and doing it because it feels like I can't not do it.
So what do you feel like? What song do you feel like is a song that's like, all your friends was like, yeah, bro, you got this. Like, this is dope. Like, you should really do it. Like, what song do you think?
Pretty Chrissy got this song right now that I did. It's called Trippin'. My always calling on my phone line, go hit the... Oh, you see me perform that out. You see me perform that out Maryland. Yeah, she loves that song. Like whatever other song I do, that will always be her song.
Yeah. So there's a song that you guys had. I don't know the title of it, but it'd be like, I ain't never been afraid to try. How did y'all come up with that?
I made the beat and it just clicked. I'm telling you, stuff like that just clicks. It just clicks, and I'll come up with this crazy hook. Just clicks.
Like it, because the first time I heard it, and y'all stage presence together is something crazy. Like if you've never seen them perform together, it's something you gotta see.
There was a point in time in our career that it was like, Pretty Chrissy won't perform, and I'm gonna just be the illest hype man ever. Like,
and I think I saw you guys at that point because like me and her went to high school together. So when she was first like, because I don't know if she's ever told you, but I danced backup for her like way back in the day.
In a harmony stage.
Yeah. So like we got history, like so But like when it was so funny because when she first started like performing, Chiffon would always be like, "This is the singing part, sing," and she would always try and go into the rap part. So like when I see some of her energy now, I'm just like, that's what that was. Like she was meant to be a rapper. Not that she can't sing, but she was meant to be a rapper. So like whenever I see your chemistry on the stage, it's just like kind of crazy. Like that song to me is like. You said you had a different song in your mind, but like when I hear that song, I feel like that was a song for me that it clicked in my head. Like
but that's her song.
That was her song.
That's her song.
And I just
do the hook.
What?
And I'm on the second verse, but like that's on her album, on her. Yeah, that's on hers.
That's like, but I feel like the stage presence with y'all on that song is just so magical. Like together,
yeah, because that goes hard.
Yeah, it does. Every time I see a set y'all do, I'm just like, please let them play the song. Please let them play the song.
How do you keep that like dynamic though? How do you keep that stage presence and that energy between the two of you?
It's natural. Yeah. Even when we walk around, we don't practice or rehearse at all. It's just natural.
Right.
Whenever I start moving, she moves, and it just works.
That's good.
It just works.
Yeah, like when I think it was, and I'll never forget it. We were at Kansas City, and y'all were performing that song, and I think Benji was back there.
Yeah, Benji was there.
But when I seen her, and it was so crazy because like she performs, like she gives her, and you do too. But like it's crazy when it's a female because she be in heels, she be stomping in heels. I remember seeing her at Kansas City. Like, yo, if she doesn't break a hill, I'm gonna be thoroughly impressed because she be like stomping and turned up.
She broke a hill before.
I can believe it, and she probably just kept going. Oh my god, Chrissy, no, baby, no. But yeah, like just okay. So talking about your dynamic and the way that you guys are together, how did Fam for Life start? How did that come about?
Because whenever I first started rapping, it was me, my cousin Mar, my cousin Che, my brother, and my cousin Keith would follow up with us, like you know what I'm saying. And it started with all family. So it's like we started off with Fam Inc. My cousin Che came up with the thing Fam Inc. But when I looked it up, it was already taken. So I was like, fuck it, Fam for Life. You know what I'm saying? So Fam for Life Entertainment just stuck. And ever since then, it's like, even with me not really working with my cousins anymore, everybody that comes into the organization is like family. You know what I'm saying? They sleep at my house, they eat there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we rap for real. So it's like, it just stuck. Yeah, that's dope though. Like the whole concept to me is just dope. Like, cause we deal with each other, so like we kind of have the same groove going on as far as like the whole family thing. But I think that's like super crazy dope. Yeah. But so like you guys have a lot going on. Like you had an album release party. You had two? Mr. Big Shot, two album release parties, and it was both successful too. Yeah, I know. One of my artists was in one, so you know. Shout out Dynasty ENT. Kojo be going. Kojo is amazing. How are you going? But no, I love Kojo, yeah. But so yeah, the two mixtape release parties were for your new album. But talk about that for a minute. What's going on with the new album? What, two different? Yes, two different. Pulling two different, dog. Wait. So you had two album release parties. Fuck two different. Dog. Wait, hold up. But we gotta rewind. So you had two album release parties for an album that you're pulling. You gotta explain. I'm pulling it. You gotta explain. I'm pulling it. What's the reason? Because the fans out here, I got the people that are my fans, but it's like people be acting like they can't give new music a chance, and I'm not gonna let my shit just sit there. Great music like that, I'm not gonna just let great music sit there without people giving it a chance. So I mean, why do you think that they won't give it a chance though? Because they don't. I mean, I'm gonna say this: I'm not popping, but I'm popping. Okay. And for me to be popping, but the numbers ain't speaking for me being popping, it just don't match for me. And it's like I got all this new music that, in my opinion, is industry ready. Okay. And the way I do my music is I'll make an album and then I'll move on. You know what I'm saying? Because I have an in-home studio, like I do all my own stuff. So I'll move on and forget about my old shit. And it's like I don't want that to happen with this music because it's so good. So I'm gonna take a little bit more time pulling it, taking a little bit more time. I was sitting in the car listening to Nobroke. Nobroke is the album I dropped in October. It's hard. So I'm going back, remixing and mastering that whole album, and I'm dropping that again. So it's gonna be Nobroke remastered. There's gonna be a couple of new features on there. Dropping that again, giving it to them for the free. Then once they latch on to that, and I'm telling like I ain't dropping too different until y'all want it, until y'all ready for it. I'm not dropping it. I'm not doing it. But I get what you're saying. I feel like sometimes though you have to shape the lane that you're in. Like you know what I mean? Like I feel like for me, like your album title speaks for itself. Two
different.
Exactly.
That's not going to resonate with everybody.
It's not. So that's why I feel like I have to do more for them to grab it. So I don't want to just put it out there and they're not ready to receive it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give them a little bit more of Nah Broke, because Nah Broke is me pretty much coming out that shell like, all right, I snapped. My music's hard now. Like, that's Nah Broke. There's some too different in Nah Broke, but it's just not titled that.
Right. So you don't. So in a way, like, you don't think that your first album is like it's not receiving the attention that it should yet. So you want to let that kind of snowball.
So before I try to do the iTunes and all that stuff, I'm gonna give them the free shit. So I'm gonna go back, remix and master it, because it's a good album. Like, I listen to it and I'm like, I told you I'll move on.
Right.
Did that, and then I did my album in a week in December. Once I did that album in a week in December, I said, fuck Nah Broke. And it's only 2 months old. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even give that a chance. So I was like going back and listening to all that music. I'm like, yo, this shit's still hard. Like, I got hits on it.
Right.
I got the song called Wake Up. That shorty kind of drunk, I'm looking forward to later. Like, I got jams on it. Like, I got jams on it. I'm going backwards.
I mean, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so touchy. It's so touch and go now, especially because, you know, music is looked at differently. You look at the streams and you look at all that stuff, and you look at the views and stuff like that. So the way we measure what's popping is different than it was a while ago. So I feel like, you know, I get what you're saying, but I also feel like I said, when Yachty came out, wasn't nobody listening to nothing like that. He was different. Yeah. That was his sound. He created that. And
that's what I'm saying. But the thing about him is he was still popping in the streets though. So it's different. I'm not popping like that. I'm not in the streets. I'm not. So it's like I'm still pretty much building from the ground up, because I have to get all my fans on a genuine level. Like, I can't be like, oh, I'm flashing whips, I'm with all the bitches, I got all this money. I can't do that because I'm not in that field. So it's like me getting attention from other people's a whole different situation.
I get what you're saying.
And I'm 34, so I'm not close with all my high school friends. I grew up in Hazelwood, but I don't hang with people from Hazelwood. So it's like I really don't have the hood backing, the school backing. I really don't have. All my friends are new friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
So in a nutshell, I mean, you think that would putting 2 different out now be a waste of an album?
Yes, I think it would. Because if I put 2 different out now, I can't just stop making music.
Right.
So if I put 2 different out now, I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on because that's just the way I am. And it's like I have too much music just sitting. And it's like, you know, everything in the industry right now is a hit. So it's like I got all these hits that's just getting tossed away that I don't want to waste them. You know what I'm saying? So I got I'm gonna say probably like 4 or 5 bangers on Nah Broke that got like radio potential. Like, so I'm gonna go back, do them, drop videos for them, stuff like that, and then we're gonna try 2 different again next year, maybe around my birthday or something.
Okay.
You should do, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's great. Why don't you do an EP for 2 different first? See how it's received.
I'm not giving them 2
I'm
different.
Not saying right now. I'm not saying right now.
Whoever got the physical copies of 2 different, you're lucky. Whoever got the physical copies is lucky because it's done.
Okay. Listen, I respect your creative, you know, your creative rights and all the things that you want to do. But I also feel like, you know, when you have something and you're true to yourself, you know what I mean, good things come your way regardless, and you speak it into existence, and it's gonna come. You know what I mean?
But I feel him though.
I get it.
Because like I'm gonna just how I'm gonna compare this.
And believe
it's like wasting an outfit. It's like wasting a good outfit.
And nobody sees it.
It's like you get all dressed up and you ready to go to the club, and then you end up staying at home. And then you waste the outfit. You didn't take, you can't take pictures in it.
And what I'm saying is, Nah Broke is a good album, so it's not like I'm going back to music that ain't worthy.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
2 different can chill for a minute. Nah Broke, they're still gonna love Nah Broke. Okay. There's a couple people that said they like Nah Broke better than my album in a week, so that it still got life.
Well, you're not the only one that has an album though in the family.
Yeah.
What about you? I heard you have an album. Tell us about that.
Well, I haven't finished writing or nothing yet, but like I'm working on it.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you like to write about? What inspires you?
Well, sometimes I just be walking around and I'll just think of something and I'll hurry up and write it down before I forget.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing music for? I mean, obviously, you know, music runs in the blood. So have you always liked music?
No.
Really?
I used to try to get her to do it. She would not do it. She would not do it.
Well, why now? We're talking unison.
Yeah, exactly. What changed? What made you?
Me and my friend, we were playing around and we just wrote something, but then I was having fun, so I wanted to keep doing it.
Yeah. Daddy inspire you? No. So you just kind of pave your own way. You just do what you want. What do you like? Like, what type of things do you like to write about? What?
I don't know.
Just whatever comes to mind.
Random stuff.
Random stuff. Would you want to spit something for us?
Sure.
What are we gonna hear?
What we gonna hear? What we got?
My album intro.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We all aired.
Right.
This is another Friday Night Live exclusive.
Haters, they run from me. No, they can't come from me. Started from the bottom, now the top's where I'm gonna be. This is just tragic. They did think of matches. I feel my life. I just gotta stay on the right track. Got the most expensive cars. Get on my house from my mart. No keys, I push it to start. Loop the loops all the way to the park. Haters get mad so they bark. I shine so bright in the dark. I spit in this heat, making sparks. I'm here to attack like a shark. Everybody take a seat if you're wanting to be geek, because I'm coming back with heat, you're going to defeat. I'm not playing at a week, hitters are to defeat. When I rap it on the beat, people keep it on repeat. I'm here to turn up, the pop of my cup, should grind, no hold up, all good, don't act up, I shut, possession, every time her master, hit his master, they front every time I come around. I never turn, I have her on the playground, never dressed to impress, always looking my best. Getting 8 hours of rest, take naps, I am never stressed.
Whoa!
What? How old is she?
13.
You know what? Oh my good. Look, if I'm
They
tell you
gonna
what,
have a problem.
if she was wearing this beanie, her wig would be on the ground. That is crazy. You said how old are you? 13. That is insane.
And that's how she's writing at 13.
Yeah,
wow. So I mean, you've been doing music for a long time. That is amazing. That's obviously raw, natural.
That's black girl
talent.
magic right there.
What do you think though? Like as time goes on, how do you envision her like development as like a lyricist and such developing over the next several years? She's 13. Between now and the time she's 18, so much is going to happen.
Yes, she's only been writing for 2 years.
I'm saying, and life experiences like you. There's not even the topic choice isn't even brought yet.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God, this kid.
That is amazing.
I need you to shout out every single piece of social media, everything you have. I need you to shout it out. Right
and
now.
you should be proud. What do your friends think though?
Yes.
I mean, they listen to it. They think it's good. They always give me compliments and stuff. But we don't really talk about my music that much.
Yeah. And you like
every now and then it'll come up in conversation. But
You should.
Yeah, definitely.
You're so good.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely
crazy.
should. Do you think that like would you ever like perform at school or do anything like that?
She's done.
For real? Oh yeah, you're already ahead of the game.
Board of Education. She's been performing like she's nice. She's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So when can we expect the album? We need an album release date, Dad.
We're working on her for first quarter.
Okay.
So she's gonna be the one that smack everybody in like January.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
she's smacking.
You gotta come back.
Is there gonna be
right before the album comes out? She gotta come back.
Is there gonna be a feature on this album? Okay.
Yeah.
Can we expect a family album?
Yeah. Yo, you know what? We're in the process of working on that on BJ Ladybug. So with BJ Ladybug, we're gonna do like a Fan for Life compilation type joint. So we're working on that right now. Like I got the beats made, Kojo's gonna feature on it, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? We got all that stuff in the works.
Yeah.
We're just getting in the loop, getting this baby stuff together. So making sure baby Nova cool, pen and pad, she's ready to go. And, you know what I'm saying? Then
shout out to Mama Bear. Wish you were here, boo.
She's there, she's right there. She said,
Hi.
Well, since you guys do obviously have not only a lot planned, but obviously a big, bright, and long future ahead of you, because obviously talent like this does not it doesn't go to waste. I just don't believe that talent like the two you have goes to waste. I just don't believe that. And not only that, but you can see the passion and the drive. You know what I mean? Like I can feel that energy from you. You've been doing music for a long time. You're only 13. You know what I'm saying? And we can feel that energy. So passion like that and drive like that doesn't stop. So make sure you plug to them. Let them know your social media and everything where they can follow you and see what you guys have going on.
What's your social media? Everything Wavy Nay?
Yeah, but my Instagram's wavy_.nay.
Why the dot in the underscore?
Because they forced me to do that.
Sometimes you more than one person with the name letter.
I know I'm messing with her. My Instagram, all my stuff is FlyGuy2829. That's the easiest way you can find me. Or you can just download the Fan for Life app.
Y'all have an app?
Yes.
I didn't even know y'all had an app.
I don't know how an app. I'm mad because I don't have an app.
You should have known we had an app.
I didn't know that.
Wait, I think we started being friends after the app dropped.
See?
Wow. And what about you? What's your social media? Tell them your social media.
Well, everything's Wavy Nay.
Okay.
Cool beans.
All right.
Well, thank you guys for spending your Friday night with us.
Yeah, coming in,
a pleasure.
making our Friday night more live and making their
lit.
Friday night more live too.
No doubt. This was a decent interview. You know about her dirty pants stuff.
Hey, it's the work, it's the grind.
Right? Yeah. Wait. Well, tell them though. Let them know. Let them know though what you. Let them know some of the stuff you do because he's not just a rap. This is a multi-purpose dude.
This is shameless. What you call it earlier?
Self-promotion.
Shameless self-promotion.
So this is it.
Tell them what you do.
This is it. I fix cars, shoot videos, photography, engineer music, produce music, manage artists. And
do interviews.
But hold up. There's something I'm missing. Oh, make shirts whenever I feel like buying a vinyl. I'm sorry for the people that need shirts. I ain't got the vinyl right now, but I'll get back on that.
What about being a husband and a dad? Because that's a job too.
It is a job.
See?
And you mentioned earlier your hair. You said he also have really soft hair. That's a job too.
Yeah, that is a job.
It is a job, but it really ain't that hard. Like one good wash for like 10 minutes and I'm good to go.
Right.
Must be nice.
Put the coconut oil in there.
Oh my God. Well, as always, y'all, we've come to that time.
It is that time where
in the night.
Yeah, we're getting ready to say bon voyage.
Why is K-Pound got
y'all? But yeah, so we're coming to a close. But so what can we expect from y'all in the next 3 to 6 months?
I like this question. So this is what we doing. This is what we got planned.
Okay.
The Knob Brook remaster is probably going to drop in like 2 weeks to 3 weeks.
Okay.
I'm dropping that and just putting it out and promoting it as a free album. Then we got DJ Ladybug is working on her album Kiss Basketball.
Yes.
Yeah. So then after that, then we got Wavy Nay dropping. And during all this, we're doing the Fan for Life. We're working on that in between everything else. So then once spring comes back around, me and PK might be working on an EP, but we haven't let that out yet.
Friday Night Live exclusive.
Yeah, that's it first. Me and PK is about to start working on this EP. It's called, I forget what it's called, but I'll figure that out later. But me and PK is working on this EP. It's gonna be like pretty much like a message to our daughter before she comes.
Oh, that's dope.
Never been done before. Shout out to DJ Chevy for the idea. We about to get that cracking. And then PK is probably gonna hit him hard in the spring.
I need her to.
We're working on a concept.
Okay.
We're thinking about doing the Rose Gold 2.0, Rose Gold Bitch 2.0. So as soon as she dropped her album, she got pregnant. So it's like we didn't she dropped 2 videos, but we had so many more things planned for that album. So I was like,
I know because when we were sitting down talking, she was telling me about it.
Man, I told her, I was like, look, you still got that music, and music is still good. Let's recycle some of the good stuff and add bangers onto it. Yeah. Delete the shit you don't fuck with or other people don't fuck with, and let's drop Rose Gold Bitch 2.0. Yeah. So we're still talking about it. It's still in the works, and that's what she want to do because she's working on her EP too. She's doing like a mixtape type EP just to be like, I'm still here. Yeah. She chews everything. She killed that Bodak Yellow. She destroyed that. She destroyed that. So that's what we're working on right now. Before we go,
I saw on Facebook, is it a Libra something?
Oh, the Libra Bash.
Yeah, tell them about that.
The Libra Bash is going to be October the 7th. Okay. Then I didn't even let it out yet. We got a Scorpio Bash.
Oh, word! You already know.
Because we got 2 Scorpios.
So we got the Libra Bash and the Scorpio Bash. What we're doing is we're actually, and the artist is playing about this. I don't know why, but we're having a show the Thursday before the Libra Bash. We're doing auditions for people to get paid to do the Libra Bash and the Scorpio Bash. Okay. So whatever artist comes through, we're picking 2. Whatever artist come through and win them that showcase. Whatever artist comes through and wins them that showcase, the showcase, we're going to pay them for the Libra Bash and Scorpio Bash.
Okay. And the date did you say the date for the Scorpio Bash?
November 3rd.
November 3rd.
Well, I don't do music, but I can try to get paid. Yeah, right. I don't do music, but hey, I'll turn into artist real quick. We're talking
I'm trying to do something different, and I understand the hustle and the struggle that everyday artists go through, especially when getting paid for shows. So, I'm not one of them people that gives out participation trophies. Right. So I don't want to hear, I should be paid for a show. I should do that. No. Come to the audition. If you win an audition, that's one step of proving that you should be paid to do a show. Because I don't do that just going up on stage and doing anything. We're done with that shit. Yeah. We're done with that.
Well, T, let's see what we can put together and see what we might
You wanna do it? I feel like we can sing. We can sing a little song. We can sing little song.
Yeah. So yeah. Man, you need to get some work done.
Oh, I was kidding. My singing days are over.
No, I mean like, man, you gotta get some work done.
Oh yeah. You know I'm always done with work.
Yeah.
You know we always done.
Because it's behind the scenes. That's another thing that I'm working on. While I'm getting this not broken, this two different shit together, I'm going behind the scenes and I'm revamping everything behind the scenes. So all that, I'm looking for a manager and all that stuff. Like I wasn't planning. Like I'm looking, like I've been managing myself since I've started. Yeah. So it's time for another ad to come in and be like, well, I know these people that I don't know.
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? I need that. So it's like,
it's not about your net worth. It's
right.
about your net worth.
Exactly.
All day, every day. I say it all the time. All the time.
All the time.
Like I say talent is part of it, but the business aspect
it has to be on point. And that's one of the reasons why I'm pulling two different. I'm getting my network together so that when I redrop it, it's gonna be exactly.
Yeah, it's not even about that though. It's also about how you promote yourself too. It's like, you know, like how you have to be a walking brand. It's almost like how you brand yourself. So all right.
Look, people's gonna be talking to us.
I don't got really distracted by me. He's talking to us.
Oh god.
You must just say it. Oh, feel it. Oh, I forgot I sent you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can play that. Yeah, play that joint. All right. Play that joint.
All right. Well, in that case, do you want to take it out? Do you want to let them know we're getting ready to introduce the song?
Oh, you know, coming up, we about to hear that Feeling Wavy Nay featuring Fly Guy's gonna be on her album Life of a Teenager. Let's go.
Yes.
All right.
About to be a radio. I'm still about to get this. Everything. What's up, Animal?
TT?
I don't want to get ratchet with you. I don't. I want to go to bed.
I missed it.
I want to go to bed. No, he gave me the look. We exchanged looks. He gave me the look like, all right, we're almost done with the show. That means it's turn up time. But turn up time for T means sleep because
that's butt.
I haven't slept since I got back from Maryland. The whole did it in the day, 24-hour mixtape thing killed me.
Yeah, you were.
I haven't